It's a quote made famous by William Shakespeare in his play Hamlet, and today it's used to indicate doubt in someone's sincerity.
Madam, how like you the play?
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
There is no conspiracy between the FBI, between LVMPD, and the MGM. Nobody is attempting to hide anything.
And there's the rub. As the FBI watches over every word Sheriff Lombardo utters,
my intent, like I stated earlier, is to give you information as I know it, unverified, to calm the public, not to establish a legal case.
He admits the goal is to calm the public with unverified information, not to establish a legal case. We could spend the next 10 minutes dissecting that bizarre statement. And with alleged Mandalay Bay hero, maintenance man Campos, now missing...
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, can we speak to Jesus Campos?
We have information that he's actually missing and he canceled his interview with Sean Hannity. There's major concern throughout the nation that something happened to him.
Is he missing or is he here?
I have to go.
He's not here?
We can't talk about stuff right now.
Is he missing now?
It's getting difficult to even comprehend what the official story even is at this point. And it's clear that Sheriff Lombardo is beginning to crack under the pressure of the FBI's glaring eyes.
Security guard Campos was shot at 9, just before 10 o'clock. And the shots out the window, as you described them, there were two...
So let me help you with that, Ken, because you picked up on it. Yes, the timeline associated with the original shot and Mr. Campos has changed through investigation, as I have conveyed to you from the very beginning, and your zest for information and my zest to ensure the public safety and the calming of their minds, is some things are going to change.
An official narrative that no longer makes any sense. In this video, we're going to focus on the real cause of this chaos, the shadowy powers behind the official story, and the agencies that control these ridiculous narratives. As we pointed out recently, the guy on the right is Aaron C. Rouse, the special agent in charge of Las Vegas. Now, we previously reported that Aaron C. Rouse was married to John Podesta's daughter, Megan Rouse, as was reported by researchers on Vote. The claim is now being made that Megan Rouse is married to this man, Gordon Rouse, who does have a clear hatred for President Donald Trump. If that is the case, we regret the error. But here's what we know for certain about FBI Special Agent Rouse. He was previously the section chief of the Counterintelligence Division at FBI headquarters. So what does that mean? The Counterintelligence Division is a division of the National Security Branch of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The division protects the United States against foreign intelligence operations and espionage. It accomplishes its mission by interacting with the local law enforcement and other members of the U.S. intelligence community. Protecting the United States against foreign intelligence operations and espionage. Spies. That's what they're supposed to stop, right? Like the Mossad? You may recall Carl Cameron's 4-part series on Fox News in the days following 9/11, which revealed Israeli art students, some of which were Mossad agents serving in areas of military intelligence, electronic surveillance intercept, and/or explosive ordnance units, and they were meddling in American affairs.
Since September 11th, more than 60 Israelis have been arrested or detained, either under the new Patriot anti-terrorism law or for immigration violations. A handful of active Israeli military were among those detained, according to investigators, who say some of the detainees also failed polygraph questions when asked about alleged surveillance activities against and in the United States.
The FBI's Counterintelligence Division did little to bring those Israeli spies to justice. In fact, Michael Chertoff sent several of those Mossad agents back to Israel, where they went on a talk show and said this about their presence in New York City on 9/11.
Our purpose was to document the event.
And despite the FBI's Counterintelligence Division doing little to bring any of those Israeli spies to justice, in the wake of the 9/11 attacks, the division's funding and manpower were significantly increased. Which brings us full circle, because it's now very clear that whenever Sheriff Lombardo speaks, he has a very watchful eye peering over his shoulder, ensuring that he stays on script, or at least trying to prevent him from revealing too much truth.
But regardless of how sketchy Stephen Paddock is, the police are also hiding something here. Lombardo is being told by the agent behind him, don't go there when asked about Stephen Paddock's car.
I'm sorry?
Was the car planned for him to escape? So there might have been evidence.
Don't ask me to make assumptions.
So when you hear the phrases deep state or shadow government, you really need to remember what happened on 9/11 and how those Israeli Mossad agents were sent back to Israel and not brought to justice.
Documents say they, quote, targeted and penetrated military bases, the DEA, FBI, and dozens of other government facilities, and even secret offices and unlisted private homes of law enforcement and intelligence personnel. The majority of those questioned, quote, stated they served in military intelligence, electronic surveillance intercept, and or explosive ordnance units.
And remember, that entire expose by Carl Cameron was completely ignored by the rest of the mainstream media. Given the deep state and shadow powers that are clearly in play at shaping the official story of what happened in Las Vegas.
And a couple of these items I will read from the narrative because I don't want my comments to be construed or changed. So I wanted to ensure the accuracy of that. But most of this conference will be done strictly through my narrative provided to you.
Perhaps it's no wonder that President Woodrow Wilson wrote, "Since I entered politics, I have chiefly had men's views confided to me privately. Some of the biggest men in the United States in the field of commerce and manufacture are afraid of something. They know that there is a power somewhere so organized, so subtle, so watchful, so interlocked, so complete, so pervasive, that they better not speak above their breath when they speak in condemnation of it." Friends, we'll continue to keep an eye on what's happening with the official story in Las Vegas as the deep state or shadow powers continue to shape the narrative as it falls apart. And the real question at this point is why are the only real questions being asked by the alternative Real News media. Thanks for watching, and for Real News 24/7, visit us at sgtreport.com.
Number one, Las Vegas is absolutely a false flag event. Whether people died or not, this has been concocted by the Zyokons.